Hey everybody, welcome to your Thursday edition of Mix at 3.
Yes, welcome, welcome.
Hope
Glad to have you back here with us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just one more day till back to the weekend. And pretty good looking weather that we're going to be having for the weekend too.
Yes, yeah, and pretty good looking events.
Yes, also some great events are going to be happening this weekend as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weather is going to complement those perfectly. I think we've been looking like mid 80s so far.
That's perfect.
Maybe upper 80s, but yeah, I enjoy that while it lasts because the 90s are going to hit you come Sunday and Monday.
It's coming.
Exactly.
You know, one thing that I'm super excited about and doesn't even involve like being inside is the Bell.
Oh yes, the Bell Auditorium. Yeah.
It's open. Yes.
You remember we said yesterday we attended the ribbon cutting on Tuesday, which I said you could drop a bomb in there and you would have just half the media people in Augusta would have been taken out. But we got a chance to take a little bit of a nice little film ride across the brand new Bell. So that's coming up.
Good.
Yeah, that's coming up today. So stick around for that. You get a chance to get a first look before the first show tomorrow night, which will be Ben Folds, and the Paper Airplane Request Tour. I'm still trying to figure out how he's going to do that.
I know my daughters I told them and they were asking me, but Mommy, how does he select the songs?
I mean, paper airplanes are going to be involved. So
I don't know, maybe it's random. He just picked the airplanes and see the songs that people request. So should be interesting.
Whoever hits them first gets the first song. I think it's probably something like that.
Yeah, so if you are going to the show, just think of some songs ahead and throw it right away.
That on the way, plus more. Let's go ahead and get on into it. I've heard of this before. A new study suggesting that crows, the crows, are just as smart as toddlers when at least it comes to counting. German researchers trained 3 carrion crows to learn associations between a series of visual and auditory cues from 1 to 4. They had 10 seconds to produce the corresponding number of caws after seeing and hearing the cue.
That's interesting. But as the cues continued, the crows took longer to react to each cue. So the researchers suggest that the crows planned the number of calls they were going to make before they opened their beaks. So the study was published yesterday in the journal Science.
Okay. You know what they call a group of crows, right?
No.
It's a murder of crows.
Yeah.
They always get a bad rap, the crows. I mean,
know.
They're some of the smarter birds out there.
But see, they can count their 1, 2, 3s.
Yes. Well, up to 4, and then it's pretty much off that.
Okay, so another research. So a new study shows something interesting about empathy. So it can be thought, yes.
Okay.
So researchers studied 184 people for 2 decades, starting as young teens. So through a series of interviews with mothers, teens, and one of the teens' friends, they found empathy shown by mothers predicts empathy shown by kids to their friends. So researchers found empathy from a mother to be most important at 13 years old.
So moving ahead, teens who showed greater empathy went on to be more supportive of their own children. Psychologists say the key to being empathetic with your kids is fairly simple. Just look and listen more, which means don't tell them what to do all the time. The study was published last week in the journal Child Development. Now, we pull all these journals out and these research things because it's really interesting. Some of it you might say, well, that seems kind of obvious. Well, guess what? Not everybody does it, right?
True, very true.
So, yeah, I think obviously if you're teaching kindness, you spread the kindness. That's the whole pay it forward deal, that whole mantra.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just be kinder to the kids.
That's the rule number 1 in my house. I always say to my daughters, we are kind to people. So it starts in your house.
But you still have to go to bed at the time I say. Just take
Very
that.
true.
Okay. All right. Coming up, just like we said, the newly renovated Bell Auditorium officially open to the public. We're going to show you the ribbon cutting ceremony and more. Mix at 3 continues right after the break. Well, it's a brand new look for the Bell Auditorium. After millions of dollars and months of work, the facelift is complete on this major entertainment project.
Yeah, it's been a little more than 10 months, but it's now ready just in time for the first big event set for tomorrow.
We got a first look inside the almost $20 million upgrades. Take a look here.
Well, we are not wearing construction hats today, but we are back at the Bell, and look at that, it's ready. And we have Joe Kinsey back with us today. Hi, Joe.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? So, how does it feel to see everything ready? You did on time, on budget, so how does it feel?
It's really a great feeling to see the whole community to come out and see this project, to support us. It's nice not having the construction hats and the vests, but it's good to have a project that's done, successful, that everybody can enjoy.
They and the place clean up pretty well. You know, we did joke a couple of months back whether you were going to be here for the ribbon cutting. I kind of thought they would give you a nice spot to be here, right?
Yes, I'm glad I made it. We got the invite, and it looks like half the community showed up, so great turnout.
Oh, absolutely, and it really is amazing. We can't wait. We're just a couple of days away from the very first concert that's going to be Ben Folds. I got to think they're probably going to give you the in on a couple of tickets for the season, right?
Maybe, I think so. I hope so.
Okay, I have a question now. Now that everything is ready, what is your favorite spot here?
It's got to be this room. You know, this was the parking lot a year ago, and now here we are, 30-foot ceilings, big windows, a couple hundred people in here with us, so this is a great addition to the building.
I cannot wait to walk around and see how it looks like. So, Joe, thank you so much and congratulations.
Okay, thank you very much.
You see the size of the shower? Yeah. It's a place you want to hang out. Yeah. Echo. Well, it's like now artists.
Here for the aftermath of the ribbon cutting, here still in the newly formed lobby of the Bell Auditorium, and Mayor Garnett Johnson with us. How are you doing, sir?
I am superb. Thank you so much.
You had some great words that you said here right before the ribbon cutting. Just tell us how important it is to have this place reopened.
It is so important. As you know, for more than 80 years, this venue has provided a lot of memories for a lot of Augustans, a lot of people that live throughout the region. During this short term of being shut down, so many people missed having concerts and social events here, so we're really honored to add more bathrooms, to add a speakeasy, to add more venue space, and couldn't be more proud and excited about the great work that's been done.
I think the fact that we had more bathrooms got the loudest amount of applause.
I think it did. You know,
today.
more bathrooms certainly got the most applause, but a lot of people also ooh and nod about the speakeasy, which I don't know what the speakeasy is yet. I can't wait to tour it, but people are really excited.
And as it was mentioned earlier, the project was finished on time and on budget. What excites you most about this new Bell?
It's just its grandeur. You take a look at it and look at where we've come from the Bell Auditorium. As you know, it's been more than 30 years since we went through rehabilitation, and now you take a look at what they've added and what's to come next. You think about it, this is just the beginning. You know, we've created this new space just to entice people, to show them what's to come.
Well, and just like the Coliseum Authority said, we've got one venue that's always going to be open here as we get ready to redo the arena. And that's going to be happening very soon?
It's going to be happening very soon. Groundbreaking is going to happen next month in June. Really excited. This venue, the Bell Auditorium, is actually going to host its first concert, I think, later this week.
This Friday.
So this Friday, yeah. So we're on a pretty aggressive timeline. As you know, as I stated earlier, less than a year ago, we had this groundbreaking to bring us to today. And it's just amazing that we have partners and the leadership at the Augusta Coliseum Authority to bring us on time, on budget, and to get us primed and ready for what's next.
Couldn't have said it better. Mayor Johnson, thank you so much. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much. Take care now.
First of all, kudos to our producer, Shay Abden,
Yes.
who did that, because I don't know who else could make a bathroom look that nice. With all the jazz music and everything playing.
Yeah.
But that was no lie. Literally, I was almost a standing ovation when they announced about the number of new bathrooms at the Bell Auditorium.
So yeah, if you've been to the Bell, you know what we
Yeah.
were talking about, like huge lines in the past. So not anymore, because more bathrooms. The bars, the new bars, the additions, the speakeasy look so nice.
Yes,
yeah,
the,
and that
the executive
new,
club and the speakeasy, those are also available. You can go, but you got to be a season ticket holder.
Yeah, that's a special membership. And the new lobby, like Joe mentioned before, it used to be parking space, and now it has this grand lobby. So beautiful.
Yes.
You guys have to check this out because it's worth it.
And I'm sure you will. Plenty of shows that are going to be
Yes.
coming back now to the Bell during the summer. Coming up, find out what makes a pet senior age and how to overcome the fear of aging to embrace their later years with love and care. That's next here on Mix It 3. Many pet owners struggle with the reality of their furry friends aging. Join us to discuss why it's important to embrace and not fear this national process, and how proper nutrition and care can help support pets' overall energy and mobility as they age. It's Hill Pet Nutrition veterinarian and senior pet advocate, Dr. Stacy Bone. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Bone.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Bone, how do we know when a pet becomes a senior pet?
Great question. So we typically tell people that it's around 7 years of age. And I know that's going to shock everybody, but that's not something to be afraid of. Really, we're at the point where we're starting to celebrate aging, because think about our dogs and cats. There's a whole lot of life after 7 years of age.
That's
Very true.
right, yeah. And how do the needs of pets change as they reach their senior years?
Just like us, right? Aging is not a disease, but there are things that happen to us as we age that we just have to be cognizant of and recognize. And so what I tell people is you know your pets better than anybody. And so what you're going to start to watch for is deviation from normal. And if you start to notice things you're thinking, that's just not right, it's maybe time to talk to your veterinarian, but just awareness is key.
Let's talk about best care for our pets' needs as they age, Dr. Bone. What do we need to look out for, and what can we do?
Yeah, I tell everybody that it comes down to one word, which is proactivity, right? And there's two big buckets. The first is be proactive about the care. If you're not doing twice a year veterinary appointments, it might be time to start considering it. And in those appointments, bring stuff up, right? I only get a chance to talk to you at most twice a year. So if you don't tell me what's going on, I'm never going to know. And then the second is absolutely be proactive about their nutrition. At every stage of life, nutrition needs change. Think about it. A puppy or a kitten is different than an adult, is different than a senior. And so start to look at changing over to a food that's meant for senior pets, like Hill's Science Diet Senior Vitality, which has been clinically shown to increase energy and vibrancy in as little as 28 days.
Good stuff to know.
It's good to, yeah. And Dr. Bone, we know senior pets are one of the largest populations in shelters. So why should people consider adopting these senior pets?
Yeah, I'm a great example of this. My wife and I, we adopted a senior pet last year, a beagle named Casey. And I always tell people that, senior pets are wonderful, right? They are out of the destructive puppy phase. They're typically housebroken. They don't come with all that energy. So they're great additions if you have a busier life. And unfortunately, if you look at the ASPCA data.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Where can audience go for more information, Dr. Bone?
Hillspet.com, and all you have to do is type in senior care, and you're going to get more information than you know what to do with, what to feed them, how to care for them, and even adoption tips.
That's perfect. Great information to know. Check that out. Dr. Stacy Bone, thanks so much for the time. Have a great day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we got the latest entertainment news. That is coming up next right here after a short break. You're watching Mix It 3. We'll be right back.
Off to some entertainment news now. So Disney has released the official trailer for Moana 2. So the Oceanic Adventure sequel follows the very successful 2016 original, which earned more than $680 million for Disney Animation at the box office.
Wow, that was 2016 the last time that came
I
out?
know,
Wow.
right?
There was also an animated musical on Disney Plus that garnered 1 billion streaming hours last year. The trailer for the second film features the characters Moana and Maui, voiced by returning stars Oili Cravo. I'm not going to say that right. There's no way I'm going to say that right. And Dwayne Johnson, respectively. Johnson is also planning to play Maui in a live-action remake of the original Moana. Moana 2 hits theaters on November 27th.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, because it
This
gives me
is
enough
gonna
time to
be
figure out how to
great.
pronounce her name. Well, it's been a dismal year for movie theaters. Sony is hoping to change that with some proven star power. George Clooney and Brad Pitt are joining forces in the upcoming film Wolves. They both play lone wolf fixers who have been hired separately to dispose of a body. From there, hilarity ensues. The plot unfolds in a combination of action and comedy.
Okay, so Wolves marks the first time real-life friends Clooney and Pitt have starred together in a film since Born After Reading. That was in 2008. So it hits theaters September 20th. Apple Studios produced the film, so it's likely to hit the Apple Plus streaming service sometime after that.
I tell you, the remakes of the Ocean's 11 series with those two.
I was going to
great.
mention that movie because
Yeah.
that's one of my favorites. I was like, how can we see so many stars in just one movie?
And
That's
these-
Ocean's 11.
And these two are like infamously known for pulling practical jokes on each other.
Yes,
So you got to
yeah.
wonder what the movie set was like during this filming.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think another one that I really enjoyed that they were both on. It's World War II, and they were trying to hide the artwork. What is it
Was
called?
Pitt in that one?
I think he was.
Matt
wasn't
Damon
he?
was in that one with him.
Oh,
but I
that
think-
was Matt
Yeah, I
Damon.
think you're
Yeah,
talking
so
about
yeah,
that,
yeah, it wasn't Pitt. But a very, very interesting, I should say. I'm looking forward to watching them together.
That might make me get Apple Plus. Moving on to music news now. Singer Lizzo is speaking out after South Park referenced her in an episode satirizing the increasingly popularity of weight loss drugs. The episode involved a medication named after the singer for people who can't afford drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro.
Okay, so not good people. In the show, the fictional drug called Lizzo is marketed as making patients simply not care that they were overweight. So the real-life Lizzo took to social media with a live reaction video of her watching part of the episode. So while watching the scene, the singer appeared stunned.
This is not the first time that the South Park boys have done this before. But then she expressed pride that her message of body positivity is well known enough to get the attention of South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker. She confidently reaffirmed her commitment to encouraging self-love regardless of your body type. And we
Yes,
say well done to
Lizzo.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, love, beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, right?
Yes, and I should say South Park, okay, you lost several points, okay? I think jokes...
You obviously haven't seen the last few seasons of South Park.
I know, they can go, they go to...
Extremes.
Extremes,
Yeah,
thank you, because I was trying to think of the word, but there is a limit. I think like she said, we should love ourselves regardless of our images, and I'm glad that she said that.
Well, she was able to make a negative into a positive, so that's a good thing right there.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so it always started with one of the most surprising 911 calls ever made. An escaped kangaroo had the residents in one of his small Texas city hopping for excitement.
Ginny Mose has the tale.
What's a motorist in Lufkin, Texas to do when he sees this? Well, naturally, call 911.
Ma'am, I don't know who I need to call.
But he had to tell someone.
And there's a kangaroo that come up the road and crossed right here.
Does it look like it might belong there?
No, it come up the road.
It belongs to the Lowrys, who own 16 pet kangaroos. This one's named Red.
He's the big dude of the group. You don't want to get too close to him.
Shelby Lowry's husband accidentally left the gate to the pen unlatched. 2 kangaroos slipped out. One stayed by the pen, but Red took off.
My wife's like, why is that dog standing in the middle of the road? That's a freaking kangaroo, and it starts hopping coming down the road.
Kangaroos can be scary. This martial arts instructor once slapped one that seemed about to drown his dog.
I'm gonna punch your head in. Look at my dog.
It released the pooch, and this kangaroo had a dog in a headlock when his owner put up his dukes, leaving the kangaroo stunned. But Red didn't fight. After 5 or 6 hours, he found his way back home.
He turned himself in for sure. We have a mugshot to prove it.
Red didn't get tied down after escaping. He got rewarded for coming home with bread. Ginny Moose, CNN.
That's a freaking kangaroo.
New York.
Okay, all right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, aside from the story, the two little videos that they showed, I remember seeing both of those on social media before. I thought the second one was always fake.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Kangaroos. Did you see the arms on that kangaroo?
I know, it's crazy. So if you need
Sucker
help
is
how
ripped.
to deal with kangaroos, call Australians. They know well.
Yeah, but remember you got to call at night because it's daytime there.
Yes.
Investigate TV Plus coming up next, guys. Have a great Thursday.
All right, thanks for watching.